Hello and welcome to an honest walkthrough and review of a new product by Libre. It's called the Lyrical Bansuri. What that is a traditional Indian bamboo flute. Now what's really cool about this release is at the moment it's pay what you want. The recommended price is £15 excluding VAT. I think. Yeah, excluding, not including, remember that. But you can pay whatever you want, so probably as little as £1 or pay even more if you really want to as well. I am affiliated with Libre and they've kindly given me an affiliate link. So if you click that one in the description, a tiny bit goes towards me and making all these videos as well. But as I said, this will be an honest walkthrough and review of this product. So what are we actually getting when we download this product? Well, we are getting 9 articulations. Now it is only recorded with one studio microphone. It is dry, there is no inbuilt reverb, but I will give you some recommended plugins to use with it to create a better sound out of it. But there is a playable legato. They have a performance patch which is actually really cool. It basically tries to work out what you're doing and will switch between legato, staccato, some of the articulations, and if in all honesty, it works quite well. Stick a little bit of reverb and a bit of stereoization on it, and it works really well. What else are we getting? I believe it's 3 recorded round robins for the staccato articulation. I don't know about the other ones, actually. As I said, natural reverb, so it is a very naturally close up and intimate sound. I do recommend a reverb on it. Anything else? You can read the paperwork. Oh yeah, he's done a vibrato, or they've done a vibrato on this instrument as well, which is cool, and you can kind of control it. And if you stick out your faders on it as well, I feel you probably get the most out of it. But enough about the paperwork. You can read this at your own leisure. Let's actually jump into Rhapsody, which is its own dedicated sampler for this company. Really cool. They had an update recently, so it looks slightly different. As you can see, these are the products I currently have, but we're looking at the Lyrical Bansuri. Very simple UI, quick flash over it. You've got your velocity envelope here. If you click, you can basically change that however you want. Right click to kind of delete those knobs. I really like that. Those of you who are familiar with my channel know how much I like velocity sensitivity, and so the fact I control that is awesome. Envelope stuff is there, articulations in the middle, expression is already mapped to the usual CC. If I right click, you can see CC11, and you can learn and assign CCs, and then of course CC1 for our dynamics, and you can change that round however you like as well. Down here we can also see there is the vibrato control, which I think is inbuilt into the sampler. It's not natural. Could be wrong, doesn't sound quite natural to me, but you'll see that in a second. Other than that, there's a little blue button down here. It's similar to the other one I've looked at. It basically repeats the last note, so you can do like trill stuff. And then articulations, key switches right here, which I believe you cannot change, but you can control the volume here. Volume panning, I think we've talked enough. Let's actually jump in and play around with the raw sound. Then I'm going to stick on some bits and bobs to make it sound a little bit more fluffy, I think is the right word. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and just play the performance patch so you can get a feel for it. So you can hear the vibrato on there, you can hear the performance patch and how it does work very well actually, especially really nice short staccattissimos. And range of dynamics as well. The vibrato you're hearing does actually sound quite natural there. If I turn that down completely, it still has the depth, I think, is what causes that pitching. So I think that's the actual recorded sound. Add some vibrato in. Okay, no, you can just be careful with the vibrato controls, because you can, if you push it to the extreme, sound a little rough, but actually the pre-built, or the settings that you already had it on, actually sound really nice and really natural. But if you want to tear it completely off, don't forget to tear it off the depth as well, otherwise you'll have that pitching sort of sound. Lovely. Now if you want to make the sound even better, I'm going to be sticking on my favourite, the Ancient Church Plus reverb on, so we just turn that on. Probably turn that down to about... There we go. And some stereoization. I can't pronounce that word. Just going to turn the reverb off for a second. You can see there I've turned it off, just so you can actually see what the raw sound is. A bit monophonic and a bit of stereoization. Stereoization. This is a free plugin by Ozone. All the stuff I'm using is, well, free or included, I guess, in Logic Pro X, which is the, what is this sound reverb thingy-da-bob called? It's called the Space Designer. That's the word. Space D. Right, so that's Space Designer, and then this is Ozone. Got a bit of delay there as well. Ooh, I'm loving that now. So simple, and that's, I guess, the beauty of what they're doing here as well. Instead of trying to go all fancy and doing weird microphones positions, they've just done one and made it sound good and natural and up close and personal. And then with reverb, you can bring it further back and have this sort of sound, whereas if they record it in a hall, you wouldn't be able to bring it closer. So that is the one advantage to this. If you're going to record it with one microphone, you're going to do it close and personal so that we can drag it away. I'm rambling. Let's play. I'm kind of speechless actually. The change just for adding a little bit of reverb, and I'm not using anything extra or paid up. This is stuff included in any DAW as a reverb, and you can download an Ozone imager for free. So just adding that touch of reverb, it just blossoms this instrument. And I didn't realize just the control the dynamic offers. This between soft and loud, it's amazing and really fine-tuned actually. And not only that, again, what I'm loving about this performance patch, got some gorgeous trills there. Like, that's awesome. That's a lot of fun. We haven't even got into the other patches as well. I want to keep the reverb on, but we really should show this in its raw light. So everything has been turned off. As you can see in the corner there, the reverb's off. This is off. We're back to... back to the raw sound, but it's easy just to turn it all back on and just this. you have such a beautiful foundation to add your own plugins to make it shine, which you can see as a disadvantage or advantage. But I'm not doing much to it to make it sound great, if I'm honest. So sustained tongued. Just a slightly different sound, just a bit more tonguey, dare I say. There you go. Gamak Up. Oh, you know what I mean. Gamak Down. So these are more just, what's the word, ornaments. So just when you really want to go in depth and map it out, you can probably create an articulation set quite easily for this in Logic or in Cubase. I think it's quite easy to do as well because of all the key switches, and probably definitely worth doing if you want to get into the nitty gritty and create something quite gorgeous. It's the same with any instrument really. I know for all my Spitfire ones I have articulation sets, definitely worth it. I feel with this instrument. Crayons. Ooh, nice and natural. Staccatos, and they are actually staccatos. They've got a nice length to them, while the staccattissimos is what we were hearing with the performance patch. You can really get that trill, or if you want some repetition, you've got the blue note down here on C1. There you go. There are 3 round robins with each one. A Marcato. Actually, what's the velocity? I'm trying to think if that line was there before. Is that new with the update where we can actually see what part of the velocity we're playing? Could just be me. Marcatos. Marcatos. I think it's Marcatos, not Marcatos. I've been corrected with that before. Marcato. That's nice, just a bit more emphasis. It's nice having that, because if you want Staccato Staccatissimo with more emphasis, you can change it to Marcato. So you've got everything you really need there, and of course the performance patch, and just stick on a little bit of reverb and a little bit of stereoization, and you've got yourself this dreamy Indian bamboo flute. My attempt of switching between articulations, rapidly clicking my mouse, but it works. It's a gorgeous instrument, and at the moment, as I said, it is pay what you want, so as little as £1 to as much as you're willing to pay. You probably could press in £1,000 if you really wanted to, which I'm sure they'll love you forever for, but who has that money sitting around? So there you have it. Do check that this will work with your computer. You do need Windows 7 or later, or Mac OS 10.14, or Linux Ubuntu 16 or later. I'm not too familiar with Linux, so apologies for any Linux users out there that I've just butchered that word for. But a beautiful instrument. I would definitely recommend it, especially while it's on pay what you want. Thank you so much for watching. I've hoped you've enjoyed this little walkthrough and review, and I will see you in the next video.